America, I'm super pissed off about fucking utility bills here in the state of Indiana and all over the country, but let me tell you this fucking bullshit. So first of all, I want to go over how much money I've spent in the last 3 months on my fucking electric bill. 3 months ago, it was 580, then 608, then 578, more than double than the fucking months before. But now we're finding out with an investigative discovery here at the news that some people were receiving utility bills of $14,000. $14,000 for a utility bill for a single family home. So obviously there's investigation starting with that. But just 6 days ago, the Indiana Regulatory Commission said that they were bringing in the utility companies to investigate them for price gouging and rampant fraud. That's when BlackRock, along with a Swedish private equity firm, bought our fucking utility company. So even though AES, the utility company, was being investigated for price gouging, I guess nothing will happen to them. And probably the CEO will leave with a golden parachute on the way out, right? Fuck you. Well, I'm going to be very clear when I talk about utility companies or any other thing that's fucking the American people over. You operating normally, then gouging the customers, and then returning back to normal operation is not a good thing. You owe us for gouging. I want a goddamn check in the mail. I don't want an apology. I don't want the government to get a fine from the utility company. I want fucking recompense for what you've stolen from me, you unscrupulous fuckface! So this happens like this over and over and over again, where a company will operate, then someone will make a decision to fuck as many people over for profit as possible, then they get in trouble with the government, have to pay the government a fine, and then they just get to go about their merry way. I don't want these companies to go about their merry way and pay a fine to the government. You should be paying a fine to me for ripping me off, you fucking douchebag!
Let's watch another clip.
I don't know if this is happening in any other states in the United States. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, but I'm from Kentucky, and I'm going back to Kentucky in about a month or so, but I've been away from home for a little bit. And the area I'm from is one of the poorest areas in the country. But yet, I think we have some of the highest electric bills in the country. And they are getting ready to increase the rates. My electric bill last month, and I haven't been home in 3 months, was $1,200. And that's with nobody being at the house. That's just with having electric. And I have seen people post, and I know somebody personally, their electric bill was like $1,900 a month. 1 month. And they are getting ready to increase the price. And honestly, people in Appalachia are probably gonna have to move, because there is no way people from the poorest people from one of the poorest areas in the country can afford a $1,200, $1,900 electric bill a month. And it's just going to increase. They already announced that they're increasing.
So lately, people are opening their electricity bill like it's a jump scare. Because why in the world is utility bill in 2026 is so high? And the craziest part, everyone is experiencing this right now. It doesn't matter what state you live in or who you voted for. These price gouges that Americans are experiencing right now are outrageous, leaving everyone wondering whether electricity is going to become a luxury for the average American. Do we choose a meal or having power to warm our home? And people are angry. And if you're not, I'm not sure what you're on, but whatever it is you're on, I want some of it, because my heart and my blood is boiling. But before we get started with this video, Hello, I'm Selena, your favorite overthinker with opinions, and today's video? Yeah, I've got opinions, and a lot of people have opinions. So let's get started.
They told us that this excursion in Iran would be short-lived, but your utility bills might say otherwise. The administration says that rising energy prices are a small price to pay for global safety, but for homeowners and renters, that small price could make paying for housing even more difficult. The good news is that your state government may regulate how much your utility company can raise your rate. The bad news is utility companies are already lobbying to raise these rates, and oftentimes the state government approves the rate increases. These rate increases aren't a blip. Because the war in the Middle East has targeted infrastructure, even if the war ends tomorrow, the damage is done. These price increases will be sustained. We're facing a broken grid, increased energy demands, and a global energy war. And the bad news is that homeowners and renters are going to be the ones to foot the bill. If you've seen your energy bills go up, I want to know. Leave me. They told us.
Let's see what this month's electric bill is. Last month it was $527, and that was before the snowstorm. $626.05. Unbelievable. Honestly, I'm a little relieved because I was thinking it was probably going to be at least $800. $626 fucking dollars for an electric bill. My energy usage, okay, so I have a base monthly electric charge of $25. Then my energy usage, $134.48. Then the electric power recovery charge, $459.58. For a grand total of $619.06, county tax of $1.50, state consumption tax of $5.49, total amount due $626.05. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. $626 fucking dollars.
About you, my electric bill last month was $662. Out of control. But I want you to go home and look at your electric bill. Most of the charges on your electric bill are actually not supply charges. They're actually distribution charges. If we had a competent federal government looking out for consumers and not utility companies, we would have gotten ahead of this issue. The reason your electric bill is high is because of the construction of AI data centers in the last few years. In fact, we have up here on the stage with us tonight a lobbyist for Oracle, one of the biggest companies.
This is what $25 worth of groceries looks like in Ohio in 2026. It was at Kroger, not a fancier grocery store. It was 2 things of normal grapes and 2 things of normal salad. $23.16. Hi, my name is Lalitia Charya. I'm running for state rep here in Southwest Ohio's 56th district, which includes Mason, Lebanon, and Deerfield Township. And we have to talk about the cost of living. Because the current elected officials in Ohio, they're saying stuff like this, where people aren't working hard enough. And I want to ask them what Ohioans can do more.
How often have you heard that you're not doing enough?
Most of the people I know are working at least 40 hours a week, just like me. I'm doing my campaign stuff on top of working a full-time engineering job, and still people are struggling to make ends meet. Our utility bills have doubled, our grocery costs are skyrocketing, and the people in power still keep supporting things like data centers, which will increase our electricity rates and reduce our farms, which will only make groceries expensive and our lives harder. So in November 2026, the genuine question I want to ask folks is, especially at the state level, what has the party in power done for you? Because the GOP has been in charge of Ohio for pretty much longer than I have been alive. And all I've seen in that time is a destruction of our public school system. I've seen prices go up, up, up. And we need people who are willing to do things differently. Because regardless of whether Democrat or Republican or whatever else, I urge you to look at the policies. I will stand against data centers. I will not take money from these large corporations, which makes it so that politicians have no incentive to reduce your living costs. And I will make sure to fight for everyday normal people, because I want to build a life here in Southwest Ohio, and I want to make sure that every person. This is what.
And she said some great points. Data centers are being built everywhere, especially in rural America, which I will show you a couple of videos of people who live in Kentucky, or they live somewhere where electricity bill or just the cost of living in general should be cheaper for them. But that's not what we're seeing at all. In fact, some of these places have more data centers being built in that area than major cities because they have the open space. Again, it doesn't matter whether if you vote red or if you vote blue, as long as there are greedy corporations running this country, everything is to be bought and sold for. And who's paying that price? The American public will be paying that price, sadly to say. And and our current administration doesn't help at all. In fact, they made things worse. So don't think that voting a certain way will change these prices. No, these prices are purely ran by greedy corporations that are able to buy our government. It's just that simple.
We just got back our gas and electricity bill for this month, and it was $810. Everyone in my area has been saying that their bill has been really expensive this month. The gas and electric company that basically owns the area has been posting like through the news to expect higher bills. Our bill was $810 this month. Last month it was $206. How can they possibly get away with this? I mean, like, everybody in the area is talking about protesting, shutting off their heat, but I have 3 kids. I have 2 nonverbal autistic children that we have to send to therapy for that costs us $10,000 a year. And now I'm like, can we even send them to therapy if we have to pay over $800 a month just to have heat and electric in our home? For reference, we live in a 1,250 square foot ranch brick home, so our home is not even that big. I just want to know how they can get away with this. They are price gouging the American people. There's no repercussions. Something has to change.
Yeah, guys, the sad reality of this is that our government knows that most Americans do not have the time to go protest anything these days because we're so busy trying to survive. So, is this being done on purpose? Families are working multiple jobs so they can raise their families. And yeah, they don't have the time to go protest these outrageous utility bills in 2026, especially if you have a data center down the street using up all your water and making you pay for electricity. It's insane what we're experiencing in 2026.
This is replying to my video about my electric bill. I'm going to show you my last month's electric bill.
Oh yes, this is the same girl that I think she lives in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. And she's been away from her home for a few months, and she came back and her electricity bill is $1,200. Why is electricity bill is like a rent payment now? I don't understand.
And then I'll also show you how much the prices went up each month. So this is it, $1,200, and I've not been in that house in 3 months, and that is how much the electric bill is. I've called the electric company. They said there's nothing wrong, but there's just no way that the usage is that much. The thermostat is set on 68 and everything is unplugged. This is the past couple months. So like I said, I haven't been in that house since December, and you can see the price just getting higher. And I've seen on Facebook a lot of people that live in the same area I do are having a lot of the same problems. This is somebody else's electric bill, and that was for 1 month, and they said that they live alone.
$1,400 and they live alone. I don't think we're angry enough, people. I'm not saying we need to go start a revolution or what, but I don't think we're angry enough when it comes to these prices. And if we stay quiet and if we continue to pay, they keep jacking up the prices and we keep paying, guess what? Guess what? These prices are going to be the new norm. Okay? That's what's going to happen. It's insane. And I know I said that like 100 times already throughout this video, but God, it is insane.
So I have irrefutable evidence, video recording, that Dominion Energy is manipulating our energy data.
I'm not
Real time.
surprised.
I was on the phone with the supervisor while it happened. And in fact, before it happened, none of the numbers add up. If you add up all your hourly rates and you compare it to your daily rate, the daily rate is oftentimes 2, 3, even 4 times higher than what the hourly rate is showing is being used. These guys are so corrupt. I need a good lawyer that is willing to help me because I have video proof. Even the supervisor was like, oh my gosh, like your hourly rate is 17 and the daily rate is showing 85. And then when I mentioned this, he says, man, we're going to submit a ticket. We're going to get someone to look at this. 2 seconds later, all the data on the website changed. Even the supervisor was like, what the heck? Dominion Energy is so corrupt.
Corruption, I mean, it's always going to exist when our country is being ran by greedy corporations and a government that is being sold and bought for. So that's always going to be a thing. But when we cross a line or when they cross a line, we have to stop. We just have to say enough is enough. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but some things need to be done. Seriously.
I just got my electric bill for the month of December 4th to January 6th. My usage amount, like the actual amount of electricity I used, was 1,880 kilowatts. We have electric heat. Everything in our house is electric. The actual cost of the electricity, $291. Total delivery services, $397.
So, wait, the delivery fee is more expensive than the electricity this young lady used? I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it.
How is that more than the electricity I use? What do I do about this? Is there something I can do?
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah. It's insane. It's insane.
So I just moved into a new house and I was in my last house for a week. I just got my electricity bill for the last house for only being there for 1 week and it was $175. Let me show you the bill. So you can see the total amount right here, $174.34. Look down here for March. Total electricity generated $35 basically. The fucking delivery fee, $92.62. Gas, $24.26, and the state fees and taxes, $22.55. Why the fuck is the delivery way higher than the entire bill? Why am I paying $170 for a week of being in my last house? What the fuck?
If you are in Maryland, what is your BG&E? What is happening? What the heck? How can they even justify this? Like, this is absolutely outrageous. I just got our electric bill, electric only. We don't even have gas here. Our electric bill for 1 month is $1,300. It's unbelievable. I just had somebody in one of the Facebook groups here in the county just post their bill is over $2,000. This is somebody on a fixed income. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. What can we do? Nothing.
Yeah, that's very scary. What if you have elderly parents who are on a fixed income and every month they have these crazy utility bill? What are they supposed to do? Does anybody care? It's insane.
Nothing besides pay it because all they're going to do is cut it off. There is no help. They're going to say, oh, we can set up a payment plan. We can't afford to pay it. The payment plan doesn't change it. We can't afford it. Like, this is unbelievable. People are having to decide between paying their rent or their mortgage, paying their electric bill, and getting groceries. Not that they weren't before, but now imagine getting a $1,200 to $1,500 to $2,000 electric bill only, just electric. And then those who have gas and electric, we don't pay for water because we're on the well. So imagine paying that plus the now Baltimore water bill.
Yeah. What if you have, like she said, she doesn't have water bill, but what if you have water bill, gas bill, electricity bill? Then you have to worry about groceries. Then you have to worry about getting gas so you can make it to your job. Hopefully you didn't lose your job in 2026. I mean, how much can you squeeze a group of people? How much can Americans be squeezed out of their money? And how much are Americans willing to take? That is an honest to God question I have that I have not been able to get an answer to. And I don't think a lot of us have an answer to that. It's something needs to happen. I don't know what, but something needs to happen.
I got a call from a BGE agent today talking about, yeah, sir, your bill's past due this month. I said, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. How much is the bill? It's $663, sir. I said, excuse me, $663 for this month? She said, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's gonna go a little further than past due. It's gonna be due past, cause who got $663 just to pay for electric? I haven't done anything different. Like, it's been kind of crazy these past couple months, but $663 for 1 month? Like, I'm barely home. How did we get here? I understand inflation and all of the things, but it ain't that much inflation in the world. I live in Maryland. My bill was $663 this month for a 3-bedroom home. Where do you live? How much are you paying in electric? Is BGE robbing us all? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, no, don't let these corporations lie to you and convince you that these prices are because of inflation or because of the economy or because everything else is rising up. No, these numbers are hard to explain. And I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe that these expensive utility bill is simply because inflation and the economy is just going to shit. No, I know, we all know for sure that data centers are being built all across the United States, especially if you live in a rural state. And the people are having to pay these data centers bills. And not to mention the terrible water, and not to mention everything else. I mean, where can we start and where can we stop? I can literally continue showing you way more videos of people complaining about their utility bills. And they're tired of it and they don't know what to do. But you have local governors and state governors telling you, no, it's just the way of things. It's not the data centers. Oh no, we need to upgrade the grid lines and the grids need to be updated. Sure, but haven't the public already been paying their bill? Let these companies pay for these updates. And who wants these updates? I bet you it's these data centers. And if they want a stronger power grid, let them update it because they make the money for it, right? But no, they quietly move into your neighborhoods and make you pay their water bill and make you pay their electricity bill. And until the American public says we can't take this anymore, guess what? They will continue to push and see how much money they can get out of us. It's just corporate greed. It's always been a thing, but now it's even worse. It's up front and center. You can't even ignore it. Americans cannot ignore the shitty plays and the shitty government that we currently have but we can't do anything about it because we're too busy trying to survive. Are you angry yet? I mean, I'm only 20 minutes into this video. Are you angry yet?
Come with me to get ready to leave the house to go to work thanks to Dominion Energy. Let me show you what I do every single day I leave the home for the last month. Welcome to my meter box. We're going to switch off the bedroom, the washer, the kitchen counter, the dryer. We leave the outside unit on. We're going to even turn off the water heater. We're going to turn off the middle bedroom, the bathroom, the living room. Refrigerator stays on, the range stays on, the heat stays on. Everything else is off. But wait, there's more. We're going to come over here to this beautiful little electric panel. All right, as you can see, set to 68. We're going to move this all the way down to 60.
I would freeze to death.
It's down to 60. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on my coat and go to work.
Okay, seriously, WTF. I need somebody to make this make sense to me. So I made a video a month ago about our electric bill was $830. It made me sick to my stomach. Now, listen, our bills have been high for 15 years, anywhere between $400 and $700. We've had the electric company come out. They tell us there's no problem. There's nothing from the pole to our house. It must be something in the house. So we have replaced everything, all the appliances, new hot water tank, new dishwasher, new washer dryer, the whole bit, right? So I made a video this morning showing you guys our electric bill for the past year. It wasn't until I watched that I realized our new bill is on there. You guys, I am so sick. What a way to ruin my Monday and the whole freaking week now. So our bill was $830 last month. It's $1,253 this month. Tell me how. After we opened that bill last month for $830, we went through the house. Now, we had 2 adult men that lived in the house, our sons, both move out. So nothing is running in their bedrooms. Everybody says unplug everything that you're not using. Okay, so we have unplugged everything. Literally unplugged everything in the entire house that could be drawn power that we're not using. Like our everyday appliances, refrigerator, washer, dryer, stove, microwave, lamps. They're not on, but they're plugged in. So we don't watch TV. Our televisions are never on. We don't have a pool. We don't have central AC. I just don't know. I don't understand how this is possible. It went up $420 after unplugging everything. Somebody make this make sense to me. So I so badly want to do this Christmas open house and invite everybody in and see that magic for the kids and see the smiles. And there's literally no way. I cannot afford $1,253 without Christmas lights. So I don't know what we're going to do. Like, after taxes and insurance is taken out of my bill or on my check, that's like literally one of my paychecks. So one whole check for the month is going to go towards our electric bill. Like, I am sick to my stomach. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I am very much sick to my stomach as well, just listening to these crazy utility bills that our Americans having to deal with. And it seems like it doesn't matter if you have your lights off, your microwave off, anything that requires power. Even if you unplug all that, you would think your electricity bill will be lower because you're using less, right? No, apparently not, because these ladies, this clip and the clip that I showed you before, both have tried to literally unplug everything, but their utility bill is still increasing. And that is a dead giveaway, you guys, that we are currently paying bills for other corporations that are being built near our neighborhoods. And that is the only explanation. Like, if we're not paying these data centers bill, then I need a better explanation. And if that's the case, we're not angry enough. I'm just saying, we're not angry enough.
Who else agrees that a $1,200 electricity bill per month for a 3-bedroom apartment is ridiculous?
God, that is ridiculous.
I haven't made a TikTok about this, I'm just realizing, but just a little update for you guys. Me and my roommates have been paying roughly $400 each per month this winter for our electric bill. And our landlord, management, building, whatever, anchor management, isn't doing anything about it and thinks that it's perfectly fine.
Of course not.
Hashtag energy inefficiency 2026. Hashtag can't wait for winter to be gone, which it will be soon. And we won't have to pay for our ridiculous heat bill anymore. And mind you, you would think that we're blasting the heat. It was cold in here. Like, freezing. So, like, it wasn't even worth the money. Anybody else having this problem? Like, is there anything we can do? We tried just about everything. We've been talking to anchor management for a while, and they have not done anything. And we even called 311, so let me know.
So, I get home, open my electric bill, and the bill says $800. I'm confused. Am I powering the whole neighborhood? Because at this point, this is
How
robbery.
little does she know?
This is why I don't check the mailbox. And if y'all think I'm lying,
No, I believe you.
this is crazy.
We've been seeing this number all throughout this video. I have not seen a utility bill all through this video that I'm making right now that was less than $500. For apartments, some of them apartments, some of them are houses, but most of these are apartments. So I ask again, how much are you willing to take? Because the more you take, that's going to be the new norm. If you're able to handle it, that's going to be the norm. All right, let's look at another clip because, like I said, guys, if you go through TikTok or any social media and just literally search utility bill in 2026, everyone is talking about it.
Puget Sound Energy wants to raise our utility bills so that Microsoft can get a cut. Let's talk about what this means for renters. Puget Sound Energy oversees our gas and our electricity, and Zoned Out PNW points out that they are a private company owned by 6 different pension funds that are not even in the United States. And because they are a monopoly, any rate hikes have to get approved by Washington's Utilities and Transportation Commission. So let's see who's on this commission. Okay, so there are 3 commissioners all appointed, and one of those commissioners comes from
Microsoft.
Well, let's just take a look at whatever PSC is proposing. So according to their report, they want to increase our residential electric rates by almost 17% next year. And for their special contracts, they will go down 13%. And for gas, for us, it'll go up 13%. And then for those contracts, it'll go up by only 5%.
What do you mean it's gonna go up higher for the public, but the corporations are gonna pay less? These AI data centers and these tech companies are gonna pay less for utility, but the public pays more? So yeah, we are paying their bill. That's what I believe at this point. If I reserve the right to be wrong, so if I'm wrong, correct me. But I am very much convinced at this point that the American public is paying these corporations' utility bill, whether it's water or electricity or your privacy or even your sanity. The American public is paying for it. Can't get any worse than this, guys.
Guess who that special contract is? Microsoft confirms that they are the only special contract customer for PSE, and their lawyers are also filing to be represented as a full party status in this upcoming rate hike. It wasn't very long ago that the Microsoft president said that they would be paying higher utility rates, but that's not what we're seeing with this upcoming PSE rate proposal. Microsoft also renewed their lease for a 400,000 square foot office at the Redmond Town Center, and is now reoccupying a 480,000 square foot office in downtown Redmond. Microsoft has also been lobbying against data center regulations. Microsoft operates roughly 30 data centers in Washington alone and lobbied against protecting ratepayers from increased power costs. Renters live in a constant state of disrepair because our landlords refuse to address our maintenance requests, yet they charge us more in rent and utilities every year. We're told over and over again that landlords just have no choice but to raise prices for tenants over and over again, even though there's nothing left for us to give. The solution is actually really simple. Landlords and elected officials should target Puget Sound Energy and other utility companies who keep raising our costs so that Microsoft can.
So yeah, guys, what do you think? Am I crazy? Is my blood boiling for no reason? I think not, you know, and I'm not trying to fear monger anyone, but I want to bring awareness to what is going on and where your money is going to right now. Because as far as I'm concerned, my family and we can't afford to have to pay for high grocery cost, outrageous gas prices, and now utility bill. But yeah, you tell me what you think. I think I'm gonna just call it a night here. I can't take this anymore. I'm angry. I hope you're angry with me. And I think anger can be okay when it's directed at the right thing. And I hope we do something about this. And I truly hope this is not the new norm. Because if it is, we are effed. So, yeah, guys, I truly wish you all the best, and I hope that things don't get any worse. I hope that things get better for all of us. And, yeah, I don't know what to say. Sorry, this video is very grim. I guess I will see you in the next one. You take care of yourself. Bye.